I interviewed dozens of realtors and I identified the top 5 things you wish you knew before you got into the real estate industry. So if you're thinking about getting into real estate or any kind of sales job, these should come in useful for you. Number 5, setting boundaries. It's always tough for a new real estate agent to set boundaries with clients in your time, working weekends, working Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Setting some boundaries early and often is going to help you with your long-term real estate success. It's going to help you not burn out in the industry, and it's also going to present yourself as a real estate professional. If someone calls you at 8:30 at night and wants to go see a vacant house at 9 p.m. and you just jump up and go do it, they have zero respect for your time. They have zero respect for what you're doing. You're probably home with your family, putting your kids in bed, having dinner, whatever, right? Set boundaries. I'm sorry, it's 8:30 at night. I'm trying to get my kids in bed right now. What time tomorrow would you like to see that house, right? So setting boundaries early on in your real estate industry will lead to long-term success and prevent burnout. Number 4, branding and marketing basics. If you're not in the real estate industry yet, you probably don't know that we spend a great majority of our time marketing, advertising, marketing our listings, marketing ourselves, marketing our services, doing social media content so people know that we're in the real estate business. Branding and marketing basics is going to be a must when you get into any kind of sales business. Number 3, fully understanding legal contracts. One thing you should do when you first get your license or first start selling real estate is spend a good amount of time reading every single line of the listing contracts, the purchase agreements, all the contracts and forms that you're going to be using. Once they're signed, these are legally binding contracts. So it's really important that you know exactly what's in there, what each section fully means, so you can explain it to your client. Because the worst thing you can do is get in front of a client for the first time writing a purchase agreement and explaining it and kind of stumbling over your words. They're going to lose all faith in your ability to do that transaction. So make sure you fully understand all the contracts you're going to be using before you start working with clients. Number 2, identifying who is a serious home buyer and who is not. We always talk about working with motivated, qualified, and loyal people. Motivated means they're going to buy sometime either now or in the next 12 months. Qualified, they can buy a house, they're pre-approved for a home loan, or they have cash and can prove it. Motivated, qualified, and loyal is the most important one. They're going to commit to only working with you as their real estate agent. We work on commission. It's okay to tell people that, hey Bill, I understand you've been looking at houses, you're probably calling a lot of realtors. It's just really important that we develop a win-win working relationship to where I'm gonna help you find a house and I'm gonna get paid. Because you might not know that real estate agents work on commission. Hey, is it okay if we have that understanding? I'm gonna work with you and help you find a house. I'm gonna work really hard for you, but you're only gonna work with me. You're not gonna call other real estate agents. Is that fair? If you end that sentence with, is that fair? And they still don't want to sign a buyer agency contract, next, find someone else who's going to work with you exclusively. So motivated, qualified, and loyal buyers. And number 1, the most important, is selecting the right broker. When people come and talk to me about working here at my office, I always tell them, hey, don't take my word for it. Talk to some of my agents. Find out how much they make, what I've done for coaching, what I've done for training. That's the most important thing. If you interview at a brokerage and the broker's the one that sells the most houses, that's a red flag, okay? You need to talk to the agents that are working there. How many homes do they sell per year? How much money do they make? How much is their commission split? If you go work at a company that has like 10, 15, or 20 agents, but all of the agents sell about 5 houses a year, that should be a red flag. If your goal is to get in the real estate industry, help a lot of people, make a lot of money, sell 20, 30, 40, 50 houses a year, you'd better go work somewhere where people, the agents, not the broker, the agents are selling 20, 30, 40, or 50 houses a year. Selecting the right broker first is really important because you don't want to hop around in brokers the first 2 or 3 years. You're never going to gain any traction in your real estate business. So selecting the right broker, making sure their agents are successful, making sure they invest time in their agents, coaching, mentoring, and training their agents. So that is it. The top 5 things you should know before you get into the real estate industry.